Welcome back, everyone. In today's episode, we're diving into an essential part of Python programming: file handling. Whether you're developing an application that logs data, reading from files, or saving user information, knowing how to work with files is essential. This topic is highly practical, so I'll include examples throughout to make it easy to follow. Let's get started. So, why is file handling so important? When we write code, we often work with data, whether it's user information, program logs, or data for analysis. To make this data usable between sessions, we need to store it somewhere. This is where file handling comes in. By learning how to read from and write to files, we can make our programs more powerful and persistent. For example, instead of having a program that resets every time you run it, you can save the data to a file, then load it again later. Let's jump into how we open and close files in Python. In Python, the first step to reading from or writing to a file is to open it. We do this using the open function. It's important to remember that once we're done working with a file, we need to close it to free up system resources. Not closing files can sometimes lead to issues in larger applications, so it's good practice to always close a file after opening it. File equal to open example.txt are there, then print file open successfully. Here we use open function to open a file named example.txt. The R argument stands for read mode. If this file exists, it will open successfully, otherwise Python will raise an error. We'll get into error handling a bit later in the series, but for now, let's focus on the basics. After working with a file, it's crucial to close it. We can do this using the close method as shown below. File.close, then print file close successfully. By using file.close, we're telling Python to release the resources associated with the file. Now, the file is no longer accessible and we've completed the process cleanly. Another great way to handle files is with a with statement. This approach automatically closes the file after the code inside the with block has run, which can help prevent errors if you forget to close the file manually. With open example.txt r as file, then print file open with statement. In this code, we don't need to call close explicitly. Once the code within the with block finishes, the file will close automatically. This is a safe and efficient way to handle files. Now that we know how to open and close files, let's move on to reading data from files. Reading data is very common, especially when we need to process input from a data file or a log file. Read method. The read method reads the entire content of the file at once and returns it as a single string. This is useful when you want to work with all of the file's data at once, but be cautious with large files as they can consume a lot of memory. With open example.txt's r as file content equal to file.read print file content. In this example, content will hold all of the text from example.txt. This method is straightforward and ideal for smaller files, where reading the entire content at once won't be an issue. Readline method. If you want to read a file line by line, the readlines method is helpful. This method returns each line in the file as an item in a list. It's particularly useful for looping through each line individually. With open example.txt add as file lines equal to file.readlines. Print lines in the file for line in lines. Print line.strip. Here lines is a list where each item is a line from the file. Using strip removes any extra new line characters from each line. This way you can process each line individually, which is often helpful when working with structured data files. Besides reading, you may also need to write data to a file. Python offers methods to either override a file or add data to an existing file. Write method. The write method writes data to a file. If the file doesn't exist, it will create one. But be cautious if the file already exists and you open it in write mode, it will override the contents. With open example.txt w as file.write hello. Python file handling print data written to file. In this code, example.txt is opened in W or write mode. We then write hello Python file handling to the file. After this, the file is automatically closed thanks to the with statement. If you open the file again, you'll notice the content has been replaced with the new text. This is perfect for cases when you want to clear the old data and start fresh. If you want to add data to an existing file without erasing its current contents, you can use the append mode indicated by A. This will add data to the end of the file rather than overwriting it. For example, with openexample.txt as file.write appending this line, bring data appended to file. Here we open example.txt in append mode and add the line appending this line. Each time we run this code, a new line is added to the end of the file. To tie it all together, let's look at a practical example. Suppose we want to log user actions to a file. Each time a user performs an action, we'll log it with a timestamp. Import date-time-def log action. With openuserlog.txt as log file. Then timestamp equal to datetime.datetime.down logfiler.write ftimestamp action n. Then type print action log action user login log action user updated profile. In this example, we create a log action function that takes a user action as a parameter. Each time the function is called, it opens userlog.txt in append mode, adds a timestamp, and logs the action over time. This will build a complete log of user actions with timestamps. This is an ideal use case for appending data to files. Today we covered the basics of file handling in Python, including why file handling is essential for managing data persistently, how to open and close files safely using open and close, reading data from files with read and read lines, writing data to files with .write, and appending data with append mode. With these skills, you're now able to read from and write to files effectively, which is crucial for many applications from data logging to creating persistent programs. Thanks for tuning in. In the next video, we'll study about error handling, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Happy coding!